What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and I have been gone for forever and a day. This is not the video I thought that I would be filming to make my return to YouTube with, but I am this situation has hit a nerve with me, and you know that when something hits me like that, I gotta come on here and share my thoughts with you all. I'm gonna ask that we please have civil conversation in the comments, because I know, as you see by the title, you know who I'm talking about, you know the situation I'm talking about, and I know Trisha stans are going to find this video and flood me with comments that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm stupid and all of this stuff. Let's please keep it civil. I know that's a lot to ask these days with everything going on, but that's kind of what I want to talk about with this situation and why it has rubbed me so raw. I am tired of seeing crappy behavior be rewarded. And I'm always the type of person, especially with this bubble that we are all in called YouTube, I'm always aware that what happens to someone at the top affects those below. And I know that some people just don't care. They don't care about how one creator treats another, but some of us do. Let me say before I say anything else, I am not a Nikacado Avocado stan. I am not a Trisha Paytas stan. I'm actually very indifferent and very neutral towards the both of them. Like, I've watched a couple of Nikacado Avocado's mukbangs. I saw the whole drama go on with him and Veronica Wang. I was subscribed to Trisha Paytas for a second. I think I subscribed to her right after her very first breakup with Jason Nash, where she's like, he called me fat, and watching their back and forth and all of their videos and their drama. The last video I actively watched of hers was the one she deleted, where she was pretty much spilling all the tea on the Vlog Squad and outing Brandon Cavillo and his relationship. But I've been kind of cool on her, because when I was subscribed, I just noticed all her videos were mukbangs and she was just eating and talking about nothing that really interests me, and I don't like being a dormant subscriber. So if I don't watch your videos, or if I get a notification and I'm constantly swiping and not checking out your videos, I'm just gonna unsubscribe. I'll do us both a favor. Then it seems like she's just gone off on this other, she's on one is basically the only way I can describe it. She is on one. Trisha has been on YouTube for forever and a day. She knows how the algorithm works. She knows that she needs to drum up some kind of controversy in order to keep her name in people's mouths. She's a professional troll. She said it herself. You know, her saying, I'm voting for Trump. And then she had to come out earlier this year saying, it's like, no, I'm not a Trump supporter. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But what about free thought and all of that stuff? And then she knew when she put on that braided wig. She knew when she put on that wig and took the pictures, face-tuned it all to hell, and put it on Twitter. She knew what she was gonna do. She knew what it was gonna do. She knew it was gonna get a reaction. It might not have been the reaction she wanted, or she may have anticipated the blowback that she got for that. I don't know. But she knew it was going to get a reaction regardless. And she's not dumb. She's not dumb. Like Nick said, she knows how to play the game. She's constantly doing things to get attention. I remember watching Lady Gaga. I think it was during her Art Pop tour, and she was writhing on the ground with the microphone, and she was like, do you remember Peter Pan when Tinkerbell said she would die if you don't believe in fairies, and everybody needs to shout that they believe in fairies in order for Tinkerbell to live? I'm like that with your applause. I need your applause. Don't let me die. I live for the applause. That's Trisha Paytas. That's how I see her. She's just constantly, I need attention. I need attention. I need my name to stay in people's mouths. I need to drum up something. I need something. My numbers go up when I'm in some kind of drama. So what can I do? What can I do? Oh, let me take pictures of myself buck naked on my bedroom floor, fucking a ghost, and put it up on Twitter. Let me take a picture showing all of my goodies and put it up on Twitter. Now, I'm a very sex positive person. I have no problem with nudity. And I know you guys have heard his name constantly for the last 4 or 5 days, but when James Charles was out here at Coachella, was wearing these assless chaps, I was like, yes, queen, work. Not because I'm a James Charles fan, but because I believe in self-expression. Again, I don't have a problem with nudity. I remember, I'm young enough to remember watching the MTV Video Music Awards when Prince was singing Get Off and he turned around and he had his ass out in a yellow cat suit. And even at like 9, 10 years old, I was like, yes, work. Because I believe in self-expression. I believe in being free and being unapologetically yourself. The thing is, it doesn't feel like it's organic when it's coming from Trisha Paytas. It's just like, what can I do? Oh, I know people will talk about this, so let me do this. You know, a couple days ago, she tweeted, she's like, I'm addicted to porn cured my depression. She's saying all of these controversial things because she knows that I'm sitting here talking about her right now, but it's because I'm very angered by her treatment of Nikacado Avocado. So let me get into that, because I'm just speaking in circles and giving you a lot of conjecture. Nikacado Avocado has released 2 videos. One talking about how he did a cover of Trisha's song Warrior and how it inspired him because of what he was going through when he left the vegan community. And he is a damn fine violin player. I studied violin when I was in 5th grade. I couldn't stick to it. This is my instrument right here. I'm a pretty good singer. Anyway, but he did that, and he showed the DMs where she was like, or, you know, he showed where she commented on the video, and then somebody slid into somebody's DMs and she was like, let's collab. Like, he showed all the receipts. I'm not savvy enough to input anything here. There are tons of videos about this now being made. It was overshadowed by the whole James Charles thing, but now people are speaking out about it, and I'm so thrilled because honestly, it's really just a story of being good to people. I'll come back to that because I can go off on a whole tangent about that. But he showed the receipts, and then he showed where Trisha stopped responding. And he was already going to LA because he had to leave Colombia to renew his visa. And he kept sending Trisha messages. He's like, I'm in LA, when do you want to meet? I'm in LA, when and he showed in the DMs where she's like, I'm free all next week, let's do this Tuesday. You know, or how about Tuesday, something like that. And then she just ghosted him. Now, I watched her response video, and I was at work today watching that video, and I was so enraged. Like, I was trying everything not to yell at my phone while sitting at my desk. Why? Because I don't like it when people are unprofessional, and I don't like it when people act shitty towards other people for no reason. That's the thing that made me so upset. It's like, she's just like, I was uncomfortable. Like, he seems so stalkerish, and people were sending me his videos. First of all, you told him that you had started watching his videos and that you loved him. So what's the tea? Then you're like, I never told him to come. Like, he showed all of the clips of you saying, I never told him to come. That's fine. He told you he was already on his way over there, so he wasn't coming there specifically for you. And you acknowledged that, and then tried to say, but I didn't tell him to fly first class. I didn't tell him to do anything. Nobody is saying that you told him to come there specifically for you. You had the idea for the collab, and you threw it out there, and he said, yes, let's do this, and he was trying to set it up with you. You could have solved this entire thing, Trisha, by just saying, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Honestly, you could have made any excuse under the sun. Do you know how many times I have felt like not going somewhere or not meeting up with somebody, and I've just said, hey dude, I'm really tired, or hey sis, I don't have the money, or listen, this came up, or I have to stay late at work, or this happened over here, my rehearsal ran too long. You could have thrown out any excuse. He would have accepted it, and none of this would have happened. And then you made it worse. Not only did you ghost him, you made it worse by trying to paint him, and you're doing it now. You made it worse by trying to make him look like he was a crazy obsessed stan who just wanted to meet you. You were making it seem like he showed up at your house and you were like, oh my God, what do I do? No. You decided that it was a good idea to ghost someone. That whole mindset of, oh, if I'm not texting somebody, I just stop texting. You know good and hell well, if a guy did that to you, I said this on Twitter, if a guy did that to you, if a guy ghosted you, you would be on your kitchen floor, no makeup on, hair a must, in a dirty sweatshirt, crying, talking about, I don't know why guys treat me like this. Tell me I'm wrong. That's exactly how you would have been asking. But you thought you were just too good, or because you were scared, you just couldn't send him a text saying, hey, this isn't a good week. Or listen, I got all these meeting lines lined up. I don't think I'm going to have time to do this. Maybe let's do it next time you come to LA. Something. You honestly could have shut this whole thing down with, it would have taken you less than 30 seconds to type up a DM, hit send, and it would have been done. But no, you decided the best thing to do would be to completely ignore him and then launch into a smear campaign. Laughing at whenever somebody would bring him up. And I know a lot of people are now like, why did he wait till now? I watched Nosy Housefrow's video about it. I watched Zachary Michael's video about this before he took it down. And I understand why people are like, he waited 2.5 years. My theory, my conspiracy, allegedly, girl, you are not Rich Lux. My thoughts on that are, and it's totally possible that his husband, Orlin, got paid for the cameo. Maybe they plotted together to have that done, to kind of force her in a way, because they paid for it, to get her to admit what happened. But maybe just seeing her and hearing her voice and hearing what she said in the cameo kind of brought those feelings up. Y'all have known, I've made videos about it. I went through a bad breakup last year. There are still times whenever I see my ex's name where it stings. Or if I go on Facebook and I see my Facebook memories and I'm talking about the relationship or how I was trying to get over it last year, it still stings. I don't know why it hurt so much. I understand why it might have hurt so much, because she went on this smear campaign and tried to make it seem like it was entirely his fault and he did this to himself. I understand. And like Nosy Housefrau said, Carrie, what she said was, why didn't he speak up then? I don't know if I could have stayed silent while somebody was out here telling a lie. But like he said in his video, maybe it was just because he was a small channel, she was the bigger channel. He would have been attacked even more had he spoken up. So I get that. I just don't understand why it was so hard. And then in her video, she was like, I don't owe you closure. Closure is when you have a falling out with a friend, but that you don't know what happened with that friend. So you're like, hey, I need closure. Or you have a breakup and then you're like, I need to move on. I need closure. You don't owe him closure. Closure was probably the wrong word to use. You don't owe him closure. You owe him an explanation. You owe him an apology. Point blank, period. You owed him, hey, this isn't gonna happen. Enjoy your time in LA. See how easy that was? I don't understand why, for somebody that has been hurt by the actions of others, I don't understand how you can just sit on your kitchen floor, lay on your couch, on a live stream, making videos, lying on this person. You sat on your floor twice this week, and I am not, like I said, I just went through a bad breakup last year. So I'm not trying to take away from the pain that you're feeling because of your breakup. But you've sat on your floor twice this week, hurt by the things that Ethan from H3H3 said about your pictures. You sat on your floor crying, addressing the breakup with Jason. So if you know that pain, why would you not stop and think about the pain that you've caused this other person? Because like the great Monique says, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. Yes, Nick could have addressed this when it happened, but he's bringing it up now. So it would have been over had in your video today you would just been like, you know what? Yeah, I should have told him that I didn't want to do the collab. I was wrong. Nick, I'm sorry. But, you know, in your explanations that you were creeped out or whatever, you had the obligation to tell him. You didn't have to tell him that you were creeped out. You didn't have to tell him that you were uncomfortable, but the onus was on you to say, you know what? Now is not a good time. And I'm still confused, but I'm going to leave it at this. I'm still confused at how you can tell him, oh my God, I watch your videos, I love you, and then go on your video and say, people were starting to send me videos, and I was like, oh my God, I can't deal with this person. I don't want to be around this person. I'm uncomfortable. I'm scared. This was overshadowed, like I said, by the whole James Charles thing. And I'm going to tie it together, and then I'm going to sign off because I feel like I've said everything I want to say about this. It pays dividends beyond coin to be a good person, to just treat everyone, regardless of subscriber count, regardless of followers on Twitter, on Instagram, regardless of how many brand deals you've done, regardless of how many views you get, regardless of how many movie sets, music video sets you've been on, how many albums you've sold, no matter how much of your face people see every day, regardless of how many movies you've been in, regardless of how many people you've slept with, regardless of who you've slept with, regardless of what friends you have, regardless of the influence you have, it pays to be a good, decent person. Don't treat people like shit, and shit will not happen to you. There is no reason to treat people like shit. Point blank, period. If somebody's giving you bad energy, if you're getting bad vibes off of somebody, then yes, it is totally within your right to be like, I don't want to deal with this person. And no, not everybody needs an explanation. But when you reach out to somebody and say, hey, let's do this, and then you're having it back and forth, and then you just ghost, especially when this was a business deal, because that's basically what collabs are. You know why you're collabing. You're essentially using each other to gain the followers of the other person. So for you to treat him like that and to then try to paint yourself as the victim in this situation, which I get it, because that's your whole shtick. It's actually not a shtick. This is essentially who you are. I understand that you have been through a lot in your life and you've been through some hard shit, but you seem to live in your victimhood. And I said this on Twitter too. You live in your victimhood. That's essentially your identity. If you were to actually take time away from YouTube to honestly get the help that you need, you've said that you know you need, and to heal, I honestly don't think you would know what to do with yourself. You would honestly not know who you were. But I guarantee that you would like yourself more. And when you love yourself, it makes it very difficult for you to be a shit person to other people. Because you know, it makes you more empathetic when you love yourself. Because you're like, I don't like this. I don't like it when this happens to me, so let me not do it to somebody else. Say you're sorry. Honestly, say you're sorry. Nobody is asking for a long, drawn-out, hour-long YouTube video with 10 ads. Why I ghosted Nikacado Avocado. Just be like, I'm sorry. I should have come to you. I shouldn't have treated you the way that I did. I shouldn't have said the things that I said. Boom. That's it. He deserves it. Once you do that, everybody will put this to bed and you guys can move on about your life. Just do right by people. I think that's the lesson we can take for this month. Just do right by other people. Why is that so hard? It really shouldn't be. It should be the easiest thing in the world. It's the freaking golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Not just YouTube. The entire world would be better if we didn't just hear those words and let them go out the other ear. And that's where I'm going to leave it today. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you've made it this far, know that I love you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all of those good things. I know there are a million of these videos you could have watched today. I humbly thank you for coming to Slay. Bye.